Hey fossil friends, yesterday I had such a good day out here that I decided I was going to do a video. I want to try to show you guys what I'm talking about with the clay, because for some reason people aren't believing me about the bones being in clay. So over here I'm digging. I don't know if you can see it real good. I got a lot of sun beating down on my back. I can't hardly even see the screen, so just bear with me. But anyway, there's a hump there. There's another hump there. There's a big guy's right here. He's got the tooth. His tooth was bigger than my foot. He's a huge guy. And then it's like another one and another one and another one. Anyway, I'll come over here and I'll show you the clay. This was really nice looking yesterday when I scraped it. See how you got like see that dirt pocket? That could be an injury. He could have got shot, stabbed, or whatever. But this is his body. I know people won't believe me still, but I don't know how else to. Oh, look at that! Found another tooth. So, oh, no, that wasn't a tooth. Was it rotted? That could have been. It just rotted out. He didn't brush his teeth. Anyway, this is clay here. There's a big body right here. See, and then you got dirt, so I don't know if that's his chest and goes down, maybe his waist's over in there. I don't know. And I'm wondering if they just threw bodies in here any which way and covered them up. But there's a lot of them. They look like they're laying with their head up this way. Anyway, see, here's another mound. What I found out, and let me show you something else. I got so much to tell you guys. This is going to be a long video, I'm sure. Here's another mound. Here's another one. Here's another one. There's another one. There's another one. On and on and on. I got a lot of men here. Okay, when I got over to here, this guy's, there's part of his clay and stuff in there. Anyway, this is his backbone vertebrae. See how big that sucker is? I don't know how many pounds, but it's heavy. See how it comes down? Right there. And I don't know why it's more corroded than the other ones. I don't know if he sat in salt water longer, or maybe he had a wound that opened up that area, and then the salt got right into it really quick and did it in faster. I'm not really sure. There's a lot of possibilities. There's another bone. It looks like it's a backbone, different section. You know, I don't know. Not really sure though on that one. But anyway, this is the last guy, and as you can see, my property keeps going and going and going on. So I have no telling how many more guys are out that way. But what I was going to tell you a little while ago was, before I found out from Roger Spur about skin turning to clay, flesh is clay, I was up here back scraping. I dropped my bucket down, had my wheels up in the air, and I wanted to try to widen this. I already had a contractor come in, and he went down this whole thing, and he added more dirt down there, and he made it smooth, but it wasn't wide enough. So I come over here with my backhoe, and I dropped the bucket down, and I start going back, and when I was done, I had this wavy of clay, and I didn't know it at the time, but that's bodies. So it's hard for me to remember how many were here. I know there's a big guy over here, because I remember a big, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I didn't disturb the clay. I tried to push it with my bucket, and I couldn't even scoop it up. My tractor would stop and my wheels would spin, and so I thought I'd have to get a bobcat. And then what I decided to do was I'd get some other dirt and put down and spread this out. So I got it flat enough, and I think I got it wide enough. But I've got a huge guy right here. He's bigger than the other one over there, so he could be 200 feet tall. I don't know. I got some big guys here. But anyway, I was going around with my metal detector, and I found this. Let's see, does that help if I get in the light or in the shade? I guess the light. I found this piece of metal. It's very heavy. It's reminds me of something they might have, if they made an axe or some kind of tool, some weapon or something. This could be what held it on. It kind of reminds me of an old-fashioned nail, but it's big on this. It's big on both ends. It's even bigger on this end. It kind of looks like a nail, but I found this deep right next to one of the bodies, and nothing's ever been dug up over here. Never been plowed. They never used this field for a garden. Never, never, never. No one's ever done anything with it but cut the grass for hay. Oh yeah, I found another tractor part and a bolt. When I'm done, I'll be able to sell used tractor parts. Anyway, but as you can see, I know there's a body over here. I already got down to where his clay was. And then there's another one here, and then the really big guy. You can see where it dips down. I don't know if there's a smaller person in there or what the deal is, but every hump, every rise is a guy. So I think I counted 20 across here, and then I probably got at least 6 here, and then I have 4 in the ground right on the surface. Like I said, I was going around with a metal detector, and when I found a bolt, I dug it, and by the time I got the bolt out, I was already hitting bones. So I'll show you over here where Rex is. You can see I did a lot of digging. I tried not to, I just scraped the surface. Oh yeah, I want to show you that tooth. Man, there's so much to show you. I don't want to waste a video because it takes so long to download. It takes like 4 or 5 hours to download a decent movie. So I want it to be quick, but then I want to show you all this stuff. These teeth, these are teeth. Look how, that's the one I was showing you is bigger than my foot. But if you notice, every tooth, remember I was showing you on one tooth, it had this, like I thought a sword or something went through. What I think I figured out is they have double rows of teeth, and the other tooth grows up through there. And it needs space for it to be in there. This tooth has the same thing. See that? It has a groove. This one has a groove. This one, you probably can't see it, but there's a little groove right here. You know, see, it's a lot higher here than it is here. There's a groove there. This one's got a groove right there, and this one's got a groove going this way. And that's just a few of, I got a full bucket of teeth, nothing but teeth in here. But I kept seeing these grooves, and I was like, what in the world is called, how could they, see, here's another one. This is a tooth. See that groove? So the only thing I can figure, I'm not really sure which is up and which is down. But if it's down, he had another tooth come up through there, like that. Anyway, all these are teeth. And I got all different sizes. Oh, let me get back to what I was metal detecting. And I come down here, and I found a bolt, a big bolt off the tractor. I probably lost it. I don't know. I got a bush hog. It vibrates so bad it shakes off bolts sometimes. But over here, I think I found another body because I started hitting bone again. And right over here, see now, Rex is right there, and his arm's over that way, and his body's going this way. I'll show you in a minute what I dug up. But I found a bolt here, and there's a big, can you see that? There's a big stone there, fossil, and I don't want to move it yet. See it wiggles? That could be a hip or something. I don't know what it is, but, and then there's this piece here. So I'm like, well, I'll come back to him later. Now that's clay. So that's his body. That's part of his body. He could be all intact here. So I'm going to leave that for now. I got so much work to do. But then I was coming along here. I was coming up here, which is, I don't know, 50 feet away, and I found a spring to a hay baler. That's what I said. I'm going to have plenty of tractor parts when I'm done. And I pulled out these little teeth. See how it's got that groove across it. That same thing. I think that this is a baby. Look how little. See, it's got a groove in it there. See that groove? So they're related, but I think this is a baby. I think they were killing women and children. But someone brought something to my attention I never thought about before. That tooth, see, that has that groove right there? I think they had 2 rows of teeth. Almost everyone. Look, that one's got one too. See that groove right there? So that's the same tree. You know that's a tooth. Nobody can tell me there's not a head there with teeth in it, because that's what I dug. And then if you feel, that's clay right there. That's hard clay. And if you hit it with a shovel, you'll hear you'll hear the rock. You'll hit a hard rock. So I stopped on that. I figured, well, I got it dug out. I can get that later. See what else I was going to tell you. Oh, so yeah, I think someone brought it to my attention that middle size, that tooth that was bigger than Rex's, and it was fat, and it kind of looks like a shark's tooth. They said it's possible that could be a dragon. Now, you know, the giants and the dragons and all that was supposed to be myth and, you know, fairy tale stuff. Well, maybe it's not. I mean, if you look on Google Earth, go to Africa, northern East Africa, and zoom in, you'll see that dragon that goes for like 900 to 1,000 miles. So there were dragons. I mean, how could it be? How could you look down at a Google map and see a dragon and not be a dragon? I mean, everything's there. So what I'm thinking, someone brought the idea that it's possible I have a dragon, which I said that would be super cool. Who else has a dragon that you know of? But I was digging here. Now this is Rex's head. See, his eye socket got busted. They broke out a piece of bone. I think his eye should have been like that. So they knocked out this chip. They actually broke this where it's just the skin was holding it on. And then over here, I don't know if I showed y'all, but this is his upper, I think that's the upper jaw. And that's the lower jaw. And I actually stepped on it and knocked it loose. I was shoveling. But I went this way. And right down here, there's another bone. So I figured, okay, that's his jaw. Right? That's his jaw. Okay, and here's another. This is something, there's something right there. But I'm thinking it could be half of his jaw. Right? Well, yesterday I was over here digging around. I thought, I want to see if I can find his body. Well, I found something. There's something here. And I don't know what this might be. I don't know if it's part of that other giant. I just don't know until I dig it up. But when I got up here, this looks like the other part of his jaw. Like they broke his jaw. You know, your jaws, they broke it in several pieces, and this is like, you know, maybe this is the right side and the other one's the left side, or the other way around. But if I dig in here, I might find some teeth. You know, so it's clay, so part of his mouth is there. I'm pretty sure that's a jaw. I don't know what this is yet, but it's clay. So it's body part. Anytime I hit clay, it's body parts. This is his elbow area. I've shown you before. In case there's any new people out there that's never seen my videos, this is his elbow. I don't know the anatomy yet. I need to send off online or something to get an anatomy thing so I can see how the body's shaped. But this is part of his elbow, and that's a bone, I think, come off of it. See, and I got this over here. I don't know what this is yet, because it goes on. I just didn't have time. It was getting dark on me, and I was getting tired. But see, over here's his neck. See, I was showing you before his shoulder. I dug down. This is all loose dirt in here. I swept all the dirt out, right? And now you can feel the hump. That's his neck. I was hoping he had a gold necklace. I was like, man, it'd be cool if he had a gold necklace. But up in here, I guess that's part of his jaw. I don't know. I didn't want to take that out. It feels like clay. But I was thinking about digging. If you look right here, he's got teeth. I believe that's a tooth sticking right there. So this is his upper part of his jaw. But I don't know how far his teeth go back. But what I need to do is I got to get in here and get this dirt out, and not too much of the clay, because the clay would be his gums, And that's gums will be holding his teeth in. It's not too bad. It's not pretty sturdy. But as you see how the dirt just falls off, and then you got clay. You can push it, you can feel it. It's clay. Our bodies are clay, turn to clay when you're in salt water. This is 100% proof that God flooded the earth. And until I get some specialists out here to see this, nobody's going to believe it. Now I was over here, I was wanting to dig up his nose. See, here's his eye socket. His eye is probably right here in clay. Okay, so I was wanting to see his nose. So I started digging. The funny thing is, I'm like, I don't know if that's the start of his nose or not. It could just be sod on top of his nose. But when I go over here, it jumps up, and this is clay. And I'm like, what in the world? What's he got on in front of his face? You know, what is that? And then over here, his hands way up there, his knuckles and fingers are up there. So I thought at first, when I got over to this area, I thought maybe that was his other hand, you know, laying this way. Maybe he had both his hands like that. But the weird thing is when I dug back behind his head, on top of his head, I got these. And I wasn't sure what they were at first, but they kind of look like a tooth. But look how long. It's like, what in the world? These guys, whoever beat these guys up, loved knocking teeth out. I'm finding teeth everywhere. But anyway, this looks like parts of a finger. Like, you know, in between your fingers pieces. But they were down in here, so I thought maybe he had his hand on the back of his head. I don't know what's going on yet. There's still a lot to do. But this is freaking me out. I got up into here, and that's where I found those teeth that look like shark teeth. So if that was a dragon, if they were fighting a dragon, we got to think fairy tale now, because this whole thing is fairy tale. Say this is a big dragon, but maybe a baby dragon, whatever. And they're battling it, and he's killing all their people. He's stomping on them, you know, he's boom, breaking the jaws and all this stuff. Maybe they finally got him killed and he's laying right here. So I dug dirt from here and put it over here. Now I got to move it somewhere else. So I'm thinking about bringing the backhoe down and have the bucket right here, and as I shovel, just throw it into the backhoe and then take the dirt up there where I need it. That way I kill 2 rocks with 1 bird. That's what my wife always says. But anyway, up here is, as you can see, his hands all busted up. I believe this is his knuckles. There's something else going on over here. I thought maybe it was his other hand. It still could be. I don't know. But this has to be the end of his hand. But then I got into something over here. And I'm like, what kind of hand has this guy got? I know they're not human, because their teeth don't look human at all. They might look like us, but they got different feet and different teeth, and they might have 6 fingers or 7 fingers, I don't know. But that's a bone there and clay. So there's clay there. So anytime I get clay, I stop, because I want to see what his body looks like. And then see, it looks like maybe a finger up here. You know, so it's probably, and this come out of there somewhere. I think this was like here. That's why probably why that gap's there. But just say, for instance, if that was a finger here, that's 1, that looks like 1, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know, there's something weird here. If that's 6 and he's got a thumb, I never did find his thumb. I just kept hitting hard clay. And I'm like, I don't want to dig into the clay just yet. I want to try to figure out what's laying here before I start too much. Well, I think that's all I'm going to do for now. But it's very exciting. Tell your friends. Press like and subscribe, and you'll be able to keep up with all my videos. Alright, I'm going to end it with this. Bye.